Claude Design has just been released, and this update has to be one of the biggest ones yet. We can now finally, for the first time, design in Claude without using any third-party tools. Today, I'm going to be walking you through the entire thing, how to use it, and the crazy outputs this thing can now do. By the way, I'm Marlon. I help businesses implement AI into their systems, and I do this AI stuff all day long. So let's start designing. So this is the homepage for Claude Design. We can build a prototype, which we're going to build here shortly. We have our slide decks we have access to. We can do anything from a template if we have one. And then we have other, we have recents, we have your designs, examples, and design systems. Look at these examples, for instance, okay? So this is like, I'm very impressed with the quality of this stuff. So we have this wallpaper, and we can actually just use this prompt here as well if we like it. And historically, again, with Claude, it was just, you couldn't really do this. You'd have to go to Nana Banana, or kind of an all-in-one AI tool where you'd have, that creative functionality. Not with Claude. Now you can, right? We have something like this for app onboarding. We have our text streaming. Look at this. We have our text particle effect. This is super cool. All right, pretty cool. We can just, again, copy and paste that prompt over. This is something too we'll talk about when we're building this. You can just in real time go about changing things. So let's actually start building something. So we're in prototype. Now you can start with a wireframe, or you can actually just go into high fidelity. Difference, obviously, the wireframes to explore ideas and flows quickly. Polished, it's actually going to build the thing. So we're actually going to do high fidelity for this one. We're going to go with the design system. We're going to do a interactive prototype. Now, if you look to the bottom of my screen here, as you can see, we have indicated we want an interactive prototype. Create me a SaaS fintech app, make it polished, professional. With a simple prompt like that, you're now gonna see this design system come to life. We obviously have kind of the plan system, so I love that it's already kind of in a plan mode. As you can see, it's giving us the plan here, the tasks it's gonna run through. See, in real time, we are starting to actually build out the foundations of the app we're trying to build, right? So I can just double click on this, and I have access to this. Now I can manipulate this, right? I can exit edit here. I can then open up icons, for instance, do the same thing. And as you can see, basically it just opens up the windows. Also, if I press my profile, I can come into connectors. And as you can see, I'm connected to GitHub. I'm connected to Canva, Gamma, Gmail. So again, the connectors you're already connected to are imported now into Claude Design. Again, this is the full ecosystem in full effect, right? With every new update, you're now just having a bunch of this functionality across the ecosystem, which is awesome, okay? Really enhances the user experience. This is Claude Design by Anthropic Labs. Just came out literally a few minutes ago here. Claude Design is powered by our most capable vision model. So like I said over here, you can actually switch the models, okay? But as we know historically, Opus 4.6 is not that great with image. And 4.7, if you look at the benchmarks, has a massive boost. The Anthropic team has been using this for realistic prototypes, which essentially we're building out right now, product wireframes and mockups, design explorations, pitch decks and presentations, marketing collateral, and frontier design. Now, how it works is you can put in your brand guidelines. So during onboarding, Claude builds a design system for your team by reading your code base and design files. And the cool part is, again, you have the consistency with every project from there on out. If you obviously toggle that feature. We can import from anywhere, as I already showed you. We can refine with fine-grained controls, which is crazy, which is this. I'll show you that very shortly here. We can collaborate, hand off to Claude Code. As you can see, it just populates over here. We have our pages, and then also it does kind of throw it in our chat as well. Now we do have a few things. We have the chat feature, just like you would with any LLM, and then we have our comments feature. Obviously, there's no comment left. This would be for feedback from your teammates, which is awesome. But let's actually just open it up. I can open it up here, as you see, or what I can do is just double tap. So look at this. Now, this is, look at this. This is insane. So it's called Ledgerline. As you can see, we built Ledgerline in original treasury and cash management, SaaS. What's in it? It's 5 interactive pages. That's crazy. Multi-screen nav, real interactions, custom SVG charts, tweaks, and aesthetics. So if I just toggle, so this is toggled on here. I can just get rid of it. But this is essentially the accents, right? So when it says here, it says 4 accent colors. I can basically just choose, right? I like greens. We're going to stay with green. Now here's kind of the big feature. It's the comment section, okay, or even the edit section. So if I just press comment, I now have access to actually manipulate very small things. So let's just say I wanted to just change the background color, change background color to black. Now that's the comment section. Again, I can come into anything here and change it as I like. Then there's the edit section. So this is a little bit more specific, more granular. I have access to typography, size, box, and padding. As you can see here, I can draw things and then the same thing, put it into the chat. Now, as you see up here, we have a reload for new version. So let me just reload this. There we go. Amazing. Look at that. So we have a black background like we wanted, white. That sticks out a little more, doesn't it? Looks a lot better, I find. Now, another cool thing we can do is we can actually present. So I can either do it in this tab. I can go full screen, as you see here, or really I can just go new tab. And that's going to provide me with a new tab, and I can actually see how this would interact. All right, so you can test things out. This seems to work. Look at that. And so then you can just export this into Claude Code and then make sure the back end is sufficient, everything makes sense, connect maybe Supabase to it, so you can have user data. All right, so we're back at the homepage here. Now we're gonna create a slide deck that references Neon 4. Okay, so we'd create the app, and now let's just say we're going to investors, Neon 4 slide deck, and we wanna pitch them. So let's go create. And what I can do here is, again, we have access to pretty much everything, but again, we need the consistency. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna import, we're gonna reference another project. I'm gonna browse projects here. We're gonna go Neon 4, copy and paste. Create me a slide deck for this app we are building. So then we can also, again, change it, but we're gonna keep it with 4.7 as we do want some slides created, and we're just gonna send that off. What we're gonna do is I'll explore the link to project in the design systems. Again, you do have to copy the link and then just basically put it into the chat. So it is referencing the project, which is great. We're just gonna ask a few questions. So look at all the things it's asking us, right? Again, it gets very specific, which is great. Okay, it is officially done. So after some time, we have it made out. Again, created all the components, basically broke down the plan for us, which is amazing. Change anything, we can manipulate anything, but this is currently what we have. All right, so we have 10 slides. So usage is another important part because again, this is the main upgrade of Opus 4.7. And as you can see, we have Claude Design. Okay, so they have implemented a limit here for Claude Design, just so you are aware. And as you can see, we used 71% from just essentially creating the app, editing a bit of the app, and then creating the slide deck. So we're almost at 100% because if we were to essentially do another app, I think we'd probably hit our limit. So if we like this, we just come to export and send to Canva. So as we can see here, we have Canva is connected. Let me prepare the deck for bundling. And it's gonna basically go through this. It's gonna prepare it for us. And I think it should be in Canva. All right, so now we can open in Canva. We have 10 slides. It should be in Canva. We're gonna view, there it is. Okay. That is the deck. So that is the deck in Canva, right? Again, you could go to PowerPoint or whatever, back to Figma if you choose. So look, Claude Design is insane. If you found value, subscribe. Best case, you learn the world's best technology. Worst case, you'll unsubscribe in the next 5 seconds, 5 minutes. Totally fine with me. Other than that, my friends, take care and stay human.